The family is the first and vital cell of society. The family is the foundation of society because it nourishes the citizens through its role of service to life. In a family, children learn virtues and moral values that are necessary for the positive development of society. The family is closely linked to society for this reason. Society cannot successfully function without the important ideas learned in one's family.
The family is the first and fundamental contribution to society. It is through the communion and sharing of family's daily life. The relationships of the family are inspired by law of free giving. In a family, you honor personal dignity, which brings forth heartfelt acceptance. The school of social life created by a family is through the communion between all the members of the family. Families are marked by respect, justice, dialogue, and love, and it is the origin and effective means for humanizing personalizing society. So, Second Vatican Council says, the various generations come together and help one another to grow wiser and to harmonize personal rights with the other requirements of social living. In a family, there are forms of escapism, such as alcoholism, drugs, and terrorism. But a family makes a man aware of his personal dignity by giving him deep humanity and placing him in society. So it is firstly the place of experiencing and transmitting the fundamental human values of acceptance, service, and solidarity, which contributes to the human formation for community.
The social role of a family certainly should not stop short at procreation and education. Families, therefore, either singularly or in association, should devote themselves to manifold social services, especially in favor of the poor. In particular, note must be taken of the ever greater importance in our society of hospitality in all its forms, from opening the door of one's home to the pleas of one's brothers and sisters. Families should ensure to consecrate efforts in order to help grow their household. This is why families' practice of hospitality is so vital to society. Continuing on, families should also be the first to take steps in order to see that laws and institutions of the state not only do not offend, but support and positively defend the rights and duties of the family. In doing so, families will ensure that they are protagonists for transforming society in a positive way. If families do not partake in family politics, they will be the first victims of the evils that they have done no more than note with indifference.
The indescribable bonds between family and society, or the rest of the world around us, requires family to take part in society and its development. Family and society complement each other by giving shelter to and protecting the good of each person and their dignity. Families should have a unique aspect to them that society cannot diminish. Society should fulfill the responsibility of a family and its values. It is urgent that a civil community requires the positivity of a family. People who stand in power must make their best effort to provide families with the assistance to make it positive. This will allow them to face their duties in a human way.
It is hard for the family and society to develop because they are often in conflict with each other. In many countries, institutions and laws often ignore the values and rights of the family. Instead of trying to work with the family, society often challenges its values. The family then becomes a victim of society, even though it is the basic cell of a successful society. The Church defends the rights of the family to the best of its ability. They defend the family's basic rights, such as the right to exercise its responsibility regarding the education of children and the right to believe in and profess one's faith.
Every family has a role that plays a part in the Christian family, which derives from the sacrament of marriage. Embracing the commitment of love by being husband and wife in all of marriage's requirements gives Christian couples the privilege of power to live their vocation as members of the Church. Marriage and the commitment it requires is established to complement the plan of God and grow in faith. Christian couples receive grace that composes and protects them. It is the Christian community's duty to spread God's love and word to the less fortunate and disadvantaged. Unique generosity and love for the poor strengthens our relationship with God. And not only are we called to express this special love for the poor, but also feed the hungry, old, sick, etc.
Today, families involves cooperating. There is worldwide solidarity, which leads to world justice, freedom of peoples, peace of humanity. Some issues need to be solved on a worldwide basis. Christian families will unite with other families around the globe in defense of human dignity. It is rooted in common faith and hope. The family is called to be a sign of unity, and also to bear witness to the kingdom and peace of Christ, which is where everyone is journeying in their life. The family is a model to children through active and responsible involvement, and it is a model of truth, freedom, justice, and love. So basically, Christian families will give witness to human dignity through education. The political action of the family extends even to the new international order.